Brian, tell us what you're doing, what Mario needs to do in this game right now.
Okay, this is Mario 64. It's the 64th Mario game I've played.
Think they jump straight to 64?
I wish that was true.
It's horrible. I hate this game.
Really? It's like my favorite one. When they say, what's your favorite Mario game, Dan? I say Mario 64.
You really do?
Really?
Yeah.
I never.
The camera.
It just looks blurry.
Yeah, the camera's
It makes
terrible.
my eyes hurt. I get dizzy.
Yeah, I know. I get all that too.
And that's what you love about it. Okay.
I
never had it as a kid, so I never grew up with it. And
I'm surprised this is your favorite, Dan.
I really like it.
It's got really catchy music.
What happens if that... Oh, I see. I was going to say, what happens if that catches you?
Oh, and then the fireball comes. It's like you just fell.
I need some coins.
And then it goes and hurts you again.
It's not all about the coin though, Brian.
He needs him to stay alive though, right?
Yeah, good thinking.
What'd that do?
Raise the water level.
Actually, don't I have to do something where I go talk to the bomb guy?
So Bethany says, it really amazes me how there are so many regulars who have been around for a while who have won nothing and others who have won something every year. Well, that's just how randomness works.
Has Bethany never won anything?
Not... She's won stuff, just...
Really?
Bethany, have you won anything before?
Thank you.
You know,
It's not rigged, I swear. This is
CONCACAF is doing
like,
pretty well
don't rig it.
in the World Cup.
Yeah, they wanted to know...
3 of our 4 teams are in the top 2 of their groups.
They wanted to
Costa
know if it
Rica's
was-
won twice.
Ross Nelson's headed to bed. Bye-bye, Ross Nelson. And JTFF and whoever else donated as Have You Met Ross?
Dr. Hooters?
When I watch... I really like Mexico's team. I find myself having North American unity with Mexico's team. I'm like, yeah,
I like what you
yeah, North America.
So what's
Never
that?
mind.
Come
I
on.
can't do that.
Okay.
Is the U.S. out?
No. We're in great shape right now.
We're probably in the best shape that we're
Yeah, I'm
going
not
to
the scariest fan
Yeah.
ever. It's like the
Well, I don't
funniest thing
know. I'm
Portugal really stunk it up in that first
Yeah.
game. We got a chance, I think.
No, we absolutely do. We
So
absolutely
Bethany has not won anything.
As
from
long as
Mario
we don't,
Marathon.
as long as we don't have to win that Germany game, we should be fine.
Psychofish64 has changed his nick to Psychofish.
All right.
I just tend to be pretty
Congratulations on
pessimistic
dropping the
about our
64.
chances.
Oh yeah, for
regardless.
sure.
Like
'Cause it's the
in
worst
general
game
about
ever.
that team. Like they're my team,
Yeah, they don't. Yeah,
and I'll back them in.
Oh, no anger, just a little jealousy, she says.
the highest the U.S. has ever placed in the World Cup is 3rd. But that was when there was like 5 teams in it.
I was like, really?
Yeah, it was like the first one. It was like the first World Cup.
I just need one more.
Uncle Josh, he says, just a quick hello after getting off work early tomorrow, then have the rest of the weekend to watch. Yay!
Your
women's team are actually
Oh, the women's team! I love the women's team.
Women's teams.
I like watching women's soccer a lot more than men's soccer. Actually,
Can you go to that other
because
zone?
they don't roll around on the ground all the time. Every time somebody touches them.
You've got to.
Ugh, those.
Is faking an injury? Is that what you mean?
Well, you know what? It's not even. This is the problem. That field is huge. Like, that field is bigger than a football field. And on a football field, there are 11 officials. And on this field, there are 3 officials. So if you get touched, if you want to get a foul called, you have to be like, ah, and roll around on the ground and lay on the ground until
Somebody
they stop
notices.
playing.
And you
Yeah.
start looking around, going,
Yeah. You like, it's kind of like culturally you have to do it. But the women, I think there's a cultural thing where the women don't want to appear weak.
Huh.
Or maybe they're
Tofu Boy says he's figured out the secret to winning a
But the
t-shirt.
men have no problem appearing weak.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Men
there's also an element of like once you get beat,
yeah.
like you're beat, and
Yeah.
you might as well go down and try and get a foul.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it doesn't make it any more sports. It doesn't make it
No,
any
no,
more
it's,
sportsmanlike.
no, it's absolutely unsportsmanlike, but it's the game.
Yeah. The thing that's super lame is when guys do it at the end of the match when they're ahead to try to stall.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. When it's not like you're trying to get a foul, you're just trying to take time off.
Thank you, Nicobon.
And was that a new gold member?
It was a new gold member. I don't know who the guy was who flashed up when the new gold member thing went out off. But
Oh, that was a close one.
Those those women's games are great. I watched all the last women's World Cup, and then where we lost to Japan in the final, and that was right after their country like shook to the ground. So that's okay. It's like losing to New Orleans in the Super Bowl.
And Ben,
They're only mad about
there's
it
no
for, like,
point
a
in
week.
insulting me. I'm not gonna
They
be
didn't
all
bully anybody
insulted.
else.
But yeah, then we won the Olympic gold medal. I was super surprised because I didn't watch any Olympic soccer these last Olympics. I was super surprised to find out that Mexico won that. Mexico got the Olympic gold medal in soccer at the last Olympics at the London
Hi,
Olympics.
Neko. How are you? Nico. I'm guessing that's a Nico. How would you say N-E-K-O? Nico. Oh, great. It's another Unga Bunga Bunga, isn't it? So I have that going off in my head for months afterwards.
I understand.
Push in the box near the bottom, there's a red coin behind it. Haha,
FIFA, famous International Flopping Association.
says Nate.
He's up. Nate is up.
Nate
That was from
underscore.
Matthew. That was from Michael
Nako.
Lagrange. Lagrange is a good song by ZZ Top.
They say it's Nako.
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 depends on what time we finish.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, like, we don't really have an agenda.
That's true. That's true. We got pretty much the day to ourselves.
Back here, 6 p.m.
I had some.
Watch me. Hey, Christina Reiser. Thank you. Hey, is Mama Reiser there? Are you in chat? Where are you? Are you in Twitters? Is your friend Rachel around? What's going on with you? Haven't seen you in quite some time.
You did it!
Good job, Brian.
Woo! Woohoo! Did that star just poop that coin?
No,
The coin more.
the coin was first.
Amber
What came
Love.
first?
Amber,
The
thank
coin
you.
or the star.
Let's give it up for Amber Love.
Nice.
It's pretty well established.
Oh, Ross Nelson says, "Have you met Ross?" Was an attempt by some friends to get him a date. He's been dating not JFF for about a year and a half now. They met on Twitter. Huh, that's cool. The things we find out.
Yes.
Randomly meet somebody on Twitter.
Why not?
Where do you like not like? Don't we just randomly meet everybody?
Yeah, like sometimes you get out of a car and they walk towards each other.
Not like Twitter.
Mind-
I randomly met
mind to
Jed
mind.
in a geography class.
I know.
Yeah.
So a lot of these people we haven't met, but over 7 years we kind of have a reasonable idea of who they are.
I mean, I met
Otherwise, it's a very elaborate trick.
I met D-Pad on Twitter, and we hung out.
Once.
Yeah, it was
We
fun.
kind of met like.
It was
friends
really
on
fun,
Twitter,
actually.
Chat.
Super fun.
He was in our house earlier. Some random Twitter guy,
And you know what I said about that.
IRC guy.
Just somebody just showed up.
Today?
No. When
Okay.
you hired Ben, I was like,
Oh.
okay, so we don't know this person and he's coming over to our house. Like, I've never met
I was
him.
like, no, he's worked with us for like 6 months at that point.
He was still creepy to me.
Oh. Okay.
Like, I don't know. I felt that way about even Adam. Like, I had never met Adam before, and I was like, Adam's coming over to our house. I don't know Adam.
Did you feel that way about Dana?
But Adam's different. I mean, he
Because I
is
saw
creepy.
pictures of Adam.
I'm happy to
Like,
be
I
here.
heard more about you, and guy. So,
Mm.
yeah.
Wait.
So at the root of this is Shanna's sexism.
Oh.
Hey, proud.
Sandry.
Oh, okay.
Tacos ain't big in the UK.
No, that's not really true because Jenny brought that coffee girl, and I was like, what's going on? I don't know her. I remember feeling that way with her, and she was not a man. Is she?
Oh, Ryan Adams says he and Miranda met on Twitter when she was a reporter in 2008. And now they're married.
Yeah, there's no bad place to meet somebody.
So,
Bar.
That's not a bad place.
That's
to
where you
meet
met
somebody.
Brian. Yeah, okay.
I know, like, I'm at a funeral, though. I think that's probably a bad place.
No, that's a great
wait,
place
there
to
was
meet
something about
somebody.
a
Actually,
subway.
yeah, that's
Oh no, we met
like
at a bar.
you have this common grief. Like,
Yeah.
Wasn't there a subway?
I
There's-
went
I don't
to
think
the
there's-
connection.
I don't think there's any bad place to meet somebody. I feel actually like the worse a place is, the worse like the idea of meeting a person at a place, the better it is to meet somebody there. To overcome the
So that means
the
the worst place to meet somebody would be a place that sounds like a good place to meet somebody.
So
Like
the
church.
coffee
Beast to
house-
Survive. Steven, thank you.
church actually
Jilly
doesn't sound like a good
5999.
place to meet
Thank
somebody
you.
to me.
For us. But
like a
Oh yes,
coffee bar.
Christina Reiser.
Like
hung
speed
out with
dating
Ben
is
and I
is the worst
in
place to meet
Indianapolis.
somebody.
And Robin too.
That is
And,
one of the worst
that was
places
quite
to meet
alright.
somebody.
How did you meet Adam? At work.
That
oh,
sounds
tell
like-
them the whole story, Dana.
That sounds like a terrible
Hey,
place to meet
Chayote's on here. Hi, Chayote. How you doing? Long
Is there
time
more
no
to my
see.
story that I don't know about?
No.
Huh?
I just wanted to see if
Uncle
what you
Joshy
thought.
gets it. Jail is a bad place to meet
That's how I
somebody.
met you, Dan. Through work.
My
Yes, but you didn't work for me, and then I started dating you.
my
Why
bio.
not?
Oh.
Dana?
Didn't you?
Tina met her husband in an
No, I
IRC
never
chat
worked
room.
for
They've
Hey,
been
you
married
read
for
my
almost
story.
9 years
No,
now.
Real
did you
penis.
date Dana and we didn't know this?
What? Me? No.
No.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Dana could be
So,
pregnant with for a while.
There was that time in Noosa.
with Dan's child for a while.
Seems to be a recurring theme.
My bio pap. My
Tina,
bio pap
cool.
met his wife,
Mindy, cool.
What's a biopath?
my biological father.
Oh.
My biological father met his wife.
Biopap sounds like some kind of procedure. You
It
Yeah.
does kind
Yeah.
of. That's why I was confused.
He,
Well, it was.
He
once.
met his wife in the visitors' room at prison. Like she saw him from across the visitors' room, and like whoever she was visiting, she was like, "Who's that?" and started writing letters, and then they got married when he got out,
Really?
and then they remained married for the rest of his life.
Oh, that's crazy. I
Huh.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Tofu met his now
Biopap
girlfriend a couple
story.
years ago in an IRC chat room. Mindy says she and Cowman met
Really?
online.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Yeah.
And Tina says she met her husband in an IRC chat room. They've been married 9 years now. Tofu, thank you. Oh, Tofu. Sean and Marla.
Wings of Nana
Thank
met
you.
her husband at Best Buy. We've been happily together for over a year now.
Because then she has to move.
My beloved laptop. Maybe is that a pet name?
I thought it was.
Called her husband.
Wings of Manna met her husband at Best Buy.
I almost did one of these.
What?
Can you come see
My
that?
beloved laptop. I don't know. Maybe that's a pet name.
I don't know. Well, or
Because I was
it's
way
a
too slow on
location.
what I wanted to do.
Yeah,
It's still early in the evening.
it's too early.
Secret
Whenever
conversations.
you're ready. You've already been on screen because you hand me the thing, didn't you?
No, John, but I gave you.
Oh, John.
Do you realize the camera turns?
It does, but it hasn't.
Oh, we can.
You
change
can
it.
be off camera, girl. That's okay.
No, right? I'm happy. No.
Like Andy.
What about if we like put a prize around it?
Oh.
A what?
Put a prize around it.
Like say, you know, if we get, you know, put a donation prize, then Dana will come on screen.
Everybody wants to see me over there, so we'll do it.
No, people
Everybody
always
wants to
want
see
to.
everybody.
Otherwise, it's
Everybody
just a
wants
voice.
to see everybody.
Right? My mom. So
But if you don't want to be on screen, you don't need to be on screen.
Thanks.
I don't know how to take that.
It's been weeks.
You know how to take it.
Angela says, I didn't know you could get a husband at Best Buy. What section is that?
Yeah, they're.
I think that actually was a joke. I think the husband was
Her
a
laptop,
yeah.
yes.
My parents does not even say anything.
So
Oh yeah, there she goes. I think my laptop will be as close to
But then there are other days where it's like.
someone as... Oh, it's scrolled. Never mind.
Because 4 days.
Bless you.
I'm getting sick.
Hi,
You're
Murphoid.
so good looking.
Is that from Seinfeld?
That's from Seinfeld.
Sometimes I find them in our mouth.
What game are you guys playing next? Super Mario 128?
Like, Brian, you have to take these back upstairs. Somebody else needs to wear those.
Get your life lessons and dating advice from the love guru.
Atlur!
Mario Marathon.
Of course! You rock that, my friend. So guys, that's Atlur in chat, and this t-shirt is one that he designed. So yay, Atlur.
are
Poster
Mario's,
says
are
husbands
Mario's
on the food section.
arms acting as airfoils or the wings on his hat?
It's the hat.
I'm surprised the hat can support his weight though, because
Yeah, that'd have to be.
It's a very
That'd be like-
strange skill.
That hatband would have to be tighter than Dick's hatband.
right?
Oh, you guys aren't familiar with that saying. Because you're not 80. Tighter than Dick's hatband.
Oh, John Janitor says he'll be raffling off several of the
I see
Mario
you made up
Marathon
an
5
expression,
t-shirts.
which is-
No, it's actually an expression. Like, tighter
Yeah,
than Dick's
these.
hatband.
Do you know where it comes from?
Nope.
Cool.
I don't think anybody does.
Yeah, there never been more.
You guys
See if-
familiar with that saying? Tighter than Dick's hatband?
So it's
See
no threat
Google
for you
knows
to
where that comes
auction
from.
It's
them.
a specific size. Like you're gonna have to tell the size. You have to go to
What?
If they want the winner.
Yeah, sure. There was some talk of... Well, I should check with Brian before saying it on camera.
Tighter than Dick's hatband origin. What
what
is
is
the
it?
origin of the phrase tighter than Dick's hatband?
What is the talk of?
Let's see what it says.
Tighter than what?
Tighter than Dick's hatband. It's an old saying. It's like, that's tighter than Dick's hatband.
Isn't that the detective?
It is a detective, but like, it's one
Like
of those
his
things.
hatband.
Well, it's one of those things where people don't know where it came from necessarily. There's a lot of theories. It's like Hoosier.
Conjecture.
Yeah. But yeah, tighter than Dick's hatband. What's another one that people don't use very often that I like? No great shakes.
Mhm.
That's a craps reference.
Is it?
Yeah.
I would
It's like
never have known.
You're like, you throw it and it's like, whoop, no great shakes. And I didn't shake that one right.
Yep.
What's the one about the horse's teeth?
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
There you go.
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
The people don't use it very much, but that's so you looked at a horse's
It's the
teeth
teeth.
for its age.
Same
Yeah.
as long
So you
as
shouldn't
tooth.
figure out, you shouldn't look at a horse and say, oh, you've given me an old horse. At least you have a horse.
Yeah.
It's the same as long in the tooth. The teeth get longer as they get older.
Read anything interesting in there?
Do you really have anything?
Yeah, it's all conjecture.
Yeah. It's all conjecture.
Is my foot over here coming out of the video?
I heard, yeah, it is. I heard, I not too long ago heard the most plausible, to me, explanation for Hoosier that I'd ever heard, which is, who is an old English word that means hill, so a Hoosier is a hill dweller.
There aren't barely any hills here.
There are a lot of hills in other parts of the state.
South,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
South of Indy, really.
Yeah, yeah.
Where it's a little bit hilly.
Like half the state.
Not always necessarily most factually accurate.
What?
Slurs are not necessarily always most factually accurate.
Yeah,
Like,
well, I
it
mean,
started as a slur. Like, it wouldn't have to be something that was.
You think it's a slur?
You think it is?
So here's a possible answer.
Huh.
the Dick's Hat Band.
Yeah, I don't buy it though. It says the phrase.
Nobody
comes-
wears hats anymore.
The phrase comes from Oliver Cromwell's son, Richard, who assumed some lord position in England after his father's death. He was unfit to wear the crown, so the crown in this phrase is the hat. I don't buy it.
Yeah. Although, if it was referring to a particular person, maybe perhaps the idea was that their ego was too big for the hat that they wore. so it would make their hat band very tight, and it's a reference to their big ego. That's an interesting thing. If they were talking about a particular Richard, that that wouldn't surprise me. I heard John Wayne say that in a movie, like maybe True Grit or something like that. Tighter than Dick's hat band. And then it was in an episode of Archer too, hilariously. It's a great thing to say.
It is.
Tighter than Dick's hat band.
Man, he's in trouble trying to Bill. That's what I can think about. Yeah, I'm like, man, Luigi.
Bullet Bill time is headed out.
I love Bullet Bill.
Bye.
Good night.
Hopefully we
What are
see
some of
you
your
tomorrow.
guys' favorite idioms that are
But he
not
doesn't come
as
open
common,
until he hits
like tighter than Dick's hat band that we were talking about? Let's hear some of those. That'll be fun. Anybody got any? No great shakes. That's another one I like. Matt is a hatter. That's a good one. The mercury used in hat making. Don't send them all at once. Have you seen Clickhole? Clickhole's so funny. It's I think it's The Onion. Everybody talks about it like it's The Onion, but it's The Onion like making BuzzFeed, and so it's like, it has things like 9 classic toys from the '90s that are no longer fun after 9/11. Like, and what was the other one? Like 5 iconic Hollywood movie scenes that are totally fake.
Raining like a racehorse peeing on a flat rock.
I'm sorry, what? Raining like a racehorse peeing on a flat rock?
Yep.
That's a new one.
I think you made that up.
Sly as a fox.
Sly as a fox. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Welcome back, Trakey.
Adam, flat out like a lizard drinking.
Flat out like a lizard drinking.
Flat out like a lizard drinking.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it is.
It's in the
Is it
pirate.
a real thing?
Yeah.
It's got Van Gogh's ear for music.
It's an
That's
Australian
pretty
idiom.
good. I've never heard that before.
There's another one I heard the other day that I thought was funny, which is it's about as popular as a polywaffle in a public pool. So a nice little bit of alliteration. And a polywaffle is a chocolate bar that kind of looks.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Polywaffle in public pool.
Huh. Don't count your chickens until the cows come home.
Good
Okay.
one, Brian.
Cracking up the wrong tree. The Russian racehorse.
2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
Slower than a stampede of turtles running through molasses in the middle of winter.
Here, looks like he just fell off the German Trump eating like a government mule.
Fair shake of the sauce bottle.
Oh, Miranda's trying to get the real John Green's
That when
attention.
I was in Australia, that was when whatever his name
Huh?
was.
K-Red? And he was talking about he used it. He used it all the time.
Used it all the
It
time.
was so bad.
And they made
They made fun of it,
Yeah,
yeah.
they made a lot of fun.
You
of
probably
it.
shouldn't turn
Yeah.
Brian,
up.
are you playing 100% Super Mario Sunshine?
No.
Closer than the paint in the fence? What? Oh, closer than the paint in the fence. That's
Huh?
interesting. I like that one.
Play.
I'm as pissed as a pyromaniac in a petrified forest.
Ah, that's a good one. Sharp as a marble.
People who live in glass houses should dress in the basement.
Wow, I can really see the pixels with this thing.
You're a Jake.
I can see the pixels.
8 red coins, huh?
Man, we're not getting our Twitter images.
Not playing with a full deck.
Well, they're getting clipped. Because I think of remember you had to do the crazy.
Nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. That's a good one.
I like that. That was good.
Yeah.
Is this the scope you're talking about, Brian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna see if I can manipulate.
I am messing this up. I'm sorry for that.
Does it work from over here? What are
Yeah.
you trying to read? Like the totals and the.
I want some other
Like the
ones.
donation name, like Nathan
Can I
Token.
jump up there?
You can't see that from there?
Like,
Like-
I need new glasses.
Alright, what do
I
I
think
need?
it must be.
Right foot. My eyes are way worse. You can see without glasses.
Screen door in a submarine. That's a good one.
I was trying to look at it. Well, this will work. What I need to be able to do in case we run into one or two.
Useless as a DVD rewinder. That's pretty good. That's not
Be
old,
able
but
to, I can move my mouse here so that it shows up over there, and then hit F5 to refresh, and then come back here. 'Cause every now and then the
Excuse me.
screen needs to be refreshed.
Oh, no, I'm safe. Nope.
whatever.
So who's got the lock?
No, I'm going to bed. Nate's waking. He's supposed to be down here, and
Binders full of women.
What? It's full of women. Ooh, that's yeah.
Did you guys know that there was a? Did you guys know that there was like a 19th century slang for being drunk that was pixelated?
What's it mean?
It means drunk.
Oh.
People were pixelated, they were drunk, but it was like a 19th century thing. It far predates picture elements.
Was it like pixies or something?
I have no idea. Do you know who Oberon is?
God of Summer?
The king of the fairies.
King of the Fairies.
Yeah.
That was in an episode of Lex.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Say hi to a grasshopper.
Busier than a one-armed cab driver with the crabs.
What?
Busier than one.
What are you trying to do there?
That's good.
100 coins.
Who was this?
Okay.
I'm just looking a couple up.
Oh, okay.
I'm totally pixelated, right? New World Order.
Just jump up and kick him in the head. Did he turn into the blue coin?
Chrissa SK says that pixelated.
red coin
That
is
pixelated
only
one
when
has
first
to be
came,
proof
did you
that
get
time
that?
travel
Oh, no.
will eventually exist. Think about that sentence.
What? What?
That the fact that pixelated was a word in the 19th century is proof that time travel will eventually exist. Wouldn't it have to exist already if it will eventually exist?
No.
Yeah.
But like
you
what?
travel back, so
No.
if it ever
no,
becomes
that's on the Bowser rules.
Because
No
it's
discussion of time travel.
sorry, man. We're gonna talk about it.
We can't break.
I feel
Bowser
like
rules.
once time travel's invented, time doesn't. There's no
It's
past
not
tense
on
anymore.
Bowser
No,
rules.
I was making that up, but I was just trying to.
It will be.
Yeah. What were you saying?
Did you get it?
I feel like once time travel is
All the way
invented,
back.
Then it's invented everywhere.
time no longer is no longer linear. There is no more. There is no more past and future. It's all just one thing. So if time travel can be invented, then time isn't linear at all anyway. Yeah, duh, Jed is deep.
If you just jump and kick, you can get it.
Like that?
Yep.
See, I got 26 coins now.
I just read what book was that? Oh, I read The Illustrated Man, and there's a story where these people time travel, and the cool way that they deal with that, like not telling people that you're from the future, is they put a thing in their brain that makes it physically impossible for them to tell people that they are from the future. Like they want to be like, oh, I'm from the future, but they just can't physically do it. They like separate a circuit in their brain.
I don't think I have that
Seems
circuit in my
plausible.
brain. I'm from the future. See?
Guys, I just want to tell you I'm the spy and I'm from the future.
I told you I was the spy.